Hi, I'm Paul Poy, CEO of Airbits.
I'm William Swanson, core developer for Airbits.
I'm RJ Ricasada, I'm the lead curator at Airbits.
Airbits is a Bitcoin startup here in San Diego, and we build a merchant business directory to help people find locations where they can spend their Bitcoin, and we're also building a mobile wallet that makes it really easy for people to hold and store and spend their Bitcoin.
Okay, so you're here in North Park.
We are here in North Park.
So give me some places in North Park where I can spend some Bitcoins.
Well, right around the corner is City Tacos, which is one of our favorite places. We go there just about every single Tuesday for Taco Tuesdays, and you can spend your Bitcoins there.
Are there any like chains that take it, like a 7-Eleven or AMPM?
Not quite yet.
Not there yet?
We're getting there, we're getting there.
How many merchants in the city of San Diego would you say accept Bitcoins?
I'd say over 150 for sure.
And is it growing?
And it's growing.
Growing really quickly.
Like,
so quickly we have trouble keeping up with all the merchants that are on board in the city of San Diego and probably across the world, since we are a worldwide directory.
So maybe every week a couple new Bitcoin merchants pops up?
I would say more than that. Yesterday we had 11 emails of new businesses around the world accepting Bitcoin, like brand new ones.
Around the world, but I mean just in San Diego.
In San Diego, probably maybe a couple, 3 to 5 a week.
And they need you so they can get the word out that they accept Bitcoins.
Yeah, that's right.
So the story talks about mining for Bitcoins. And some people have their own servers where they make money doing that. That's not your business though, right?
Not at all.
Okay. But can you explain what that means, mining for Bitcoins?
In the Bitcoin network, there are no banks, there's no central authority who decides who has what funds. So the miners replace that. They are basically deciding who has the money by solving the math and figuring out where all the funds went.
So there's a set number of Bitcoins in the universe.
That's correct.
And if I decided I wanted to get into the Bitcoining mining business, tell me what I do.
You would have to buy a piece of equipment called a Bitcoin miner, plug it into your PC, install the right software, and away it goes. And if you're lucky, you'll get some money out of that. Your computer with that Bitcoin mining device will go onto the network, gather all the transactions from the last 10 minutes, validate them, make sure they all add up correctly, that nobody's double spending or doing anything sneaky, and then it will put its signature on them saying, yes, I approve of these transactions. Doing the signature is very difficult and expensive, but if you manage to write that signature, you get a payment as a reward for your hard work of validating those transactions.
So there's no one central place where the signature gets written?
No. Any miner in the whole world has a chance of making the valid signature for that last 10 minutes.
And why isn't there one place in the whole world that just does the signature so you don't have a bunch of these maybe disreputable miners out there?
Well, we have that situation, and it's called the banking system. And that's why we have Bitcoin as a replacement for the banking system. That's the whole point, is that we don't need a central authority. Anybody can participate. It belongs to the people of the world.
The closest analogy to mining in Bitcoin would probably be a competition to solve a puzzle. So a lot of people in the audience probably are familiar with a game of Sudoku where you're solving a difficult math problem. And that is effectively what miners are doing. They're solving a difficult math problem, and they're in a race to solve it first. And the first person that is running this mining equipment around the world to solve that problem wins some Bitcoin. And that puzzle then repeats with a different set of parameters. And over time, that problem gets more and more difficult as more people enter mining. In the same sense that it was harder to mine gold over time because more people were mining gold, it will become harder to mine Bitcoin over time. That's the closest analogy. It's not actually what technically happens inside of the protocol. No one is solving Sudoku puzzles, but that is probably once again, the closest analogy that we have. But what that does is exactly what Tim said, is that process of solving these puzzles actually validates transactions on the network, and it does it in a decentralized way, very different from banks, payment processors, and the way central banks and governments would do it. So that's the value proposition in Bitcoin, is that we have now a peer of nodes on a network, and people, regular people, can opt to be one of these nodes and solve these puzzles and gain Bitcoins while also strengthening the network and the verification process that it needs.
But it sounds like as the years go by, as the months and years go by, it's going to get more and more difficult to write these signatures and win, which means it may be consolidated to the richest, smartest, most well-capitalized miners.
That's possible. What we see is that right now a lot of big players get in with millions of dollars, buy tons of equipment, and get a big mining operation going. But what they have to do is they have to pay for power in order to run this equipment. In the future, what's probably going to happen is in the northern hemisphere in the winter, everybody's going to mine up there, and in the southern hemisphere in the summer, those other people will mine because they're trying to heat their homes because they're already spending electricity anyway. So we may actually see it decentralized once this period of turbulence kind of ends.
Or Amazon might just take it over.
It's possible. Anything's possible. We don't know.
So how much is the Bitcoin worth today?
It's about $580 today.
And should I buy one for an investment?
It's a good idea.
I would absolutely say you should buy one. If you can afford to buy one or two, or what I tell a lot of people is take some small percentage of any of your liquid assets. If you have any money in a savings account or a money market account or in stocks and bonds, take some small amount of it and put it into Bitcoin, 1-5%. It's a great hedge against the slowly declining dollar, although that decline could go from slow to quick over the course of either years or decades. But
at the potential risk of it all going away, though.
Absolutely,
it's
but
possible.
That's what a high risk but potential for high return investment is like. And in that regard, with the ratio of risk and return, I think Bitcoin's definitely your best value proposition.